Product placement has existed in Hollywood dating all the way back to the 1920s. More specifically, the trend of alcohol product placement has drastically increased recently and has caused greater impacts on teenage audiences than people realize.
Most of us have either seen or at least heard of the James Bond movies. James Bond is known for having only the best of the best. Best parties, prettiest women, and expensive clothes, so it's no surprise that he only drinks the best. With this movie, Skyfall, there was a convergence of advertising. This came when Heineken's commercial endorsed James Bond and vice versa. Heineken capitalized off the well-known name and brand of James Bond. The producers and directors have definitely tried to capitalize on this James Bond image by using many different product placement advertisements. Take a look at this movie clip from Skyfall and see if you can notice the Heineken bottle in his hand. Although it's subtle, those who know their beer will be able to recognize that it is in fact Heineken. And people who know their beer are exactly the people who Heineken is hoping to sell to.
However, the partnership between Skyfall and Heineken did not come cheap. According to the Daily News, Heineken paid $45 million in order to have their beer featured in the movie and, more importantly, be Bond's choice of beverage. Although this may seem like a lot of money, since Bond is a global property and reaches viewers from all around the world, it replaces traditional ads that Heineken would have had to produce themselves. In 2012, after Skyfall's release, Heineken saw a 5.2% increase in sales. Not only did sales increase, but they also received more social media exposure. On October 23rd, the day after Skyfall premiered in the UK, Heineken's Twitter jumped from 5% to 9%.
Heineken is not the first to partner with the James Bond series. In 1973, Champagne Bollinger appeared for the first time in Live and Let Die. Since then, Bollinger Champagne has been seen throughout Bond films, including the most recent movie, Spectre. Not many people may be as familiar with champagne brands as beer, but avid watchers of the Bond franchise will recognize the dark bottle with a gold label. This clip shows a more blatant use of product placement, while other shots in the film are passing views of the bottle, or glasses full of champagne that the audience assumes to be Bollinger, since that is the only champagne drink Bond consumes.
Bollinger Champagne even went a step further to create a product around the name brand of James Bond. Bollinger Limited Edition 002 hit the market just in time for the release of Spectre in 2015. Piggybacking off of Bond's image of the elite and sophisticated allows Bollinger to sell the champagne at a high price of $200.
As you can see, the movie industry heavily incorporates alcohol products into their productions. The examples we used are PG-13 movies, which means that alcohol brand placement occurs in movies for children as young as the age of 13. In another study done by the American Academy of Pediatrics, it stated that the group of youth who reported higher levels of watching TV shows and movies with more prominent alcohol brand placement also reported higher levels of problematic drinking behaviors, more specifically binge drinking. The Academy expresses that they believe the reasoning behind this is because producers systematically choose what scenes to include alcohol, and typically they insert them in situations that make alcohol look appealing and necessary. Like in the examples we chose, the producers made it seem like the characters needed that specific alcohol in order to have a good time, which relays the message to teenagers that if they drink the alcohol shown in the movie, their life will be as exciting as the characters are. The Academy also expresses their belief that there is a need to crack down on alcohol placement in movies because of how dangerous underage drinking can be.